Are you serious? Are you serious? Well, you might want to break in and get some tea.com. Get the tea.com. My good friend Ronnie at getthetea.com. Organic tea, very good. Get rid of the toxins, get rid of the stress, get healthy, because you're living in a time when you're going to need it. Especially if you're anywhere near Bali in Indonesia. We've got information right now. Mount Agung exploded over the weekend, and this is nothing. Okay, nothing compared to the large, massive, apocalyptic, catastrophic, cataclysmic explosion they're anticipating. Mount Agung in Bali in Indonesia. 100,000 people were just informed this morning, get out of here. Evacuate now. As the volcano just spewed huge amount of ash and smoke and brimstone and fire and lava, and the heightened seismic activity started mud flowing down the mountain. Confirmation, folks, that the volcano is now shifting into the magnamic phase. A magnamic phase. What? And it's going to be a magnanimous explosion, probably, prompting warnings, closing airports. A large eruption of Bali's relentless Mount Agung volcano could be imminent now, says Indonesian officials, and they've called for at least 100,000 people to leave the area. So far, 40,000 people have moved away from the volcano, and the tens of thousands of travelers have been scrambling, being stranded due to airport closures. Mount Agung has been spewing volcanic ash with increasing intensity since last Tuesday. But after confirmation that the volcano was shifting now into the magmatic phase, authorities have raised the warning level to the maximum of 4 this morning on this Monday morning. Indonesia's disaster mitigation agency has strongly urged people, I repeat, strongly urging people to immediately leave the designated exclusion zone, which has been extended to an 8 to 10 kilometer radius of the volcano. We are asking people in the danger zone to evacuate immediately because there is a potential for a bigger eruption. Says Sutopo Purwo Nugroho, a spokesman for the agency. He said up to 40,000 people have already evacuated from the area, but a further 60,000 need to move, and they need to move now. They're in the danger zone of this major volcano, Mount Agung. Then the governor of Bali said later that 150,000 people should move, increasing the radius. Not all the residents have evacuated yet. There are those who have not left because their farm animals haven't been evacuated. They just can't leave. They think, okay. There are those who feel they are safe. He said security personnel were trying to persuade people to leave voluntarily, but that some could be evacuated by force. Authorities also warned of dangerous mud flows. Video releases by BNPB showed water and volcanic debris flowing down the slopes of Mount Agung as the rain fell on the island. And also people should stay away from the rivers because mud flows could move rapidly and were a frequent killer during volcanic eruptions. So the instrumental measurements of Mount Agung began after the last big eruption in 1963, an event that lasted a year and killed more than 1,000 people. As ash began to fall over her village, some other folks began to decide to leave their homes, seeking refuge in small fishing villages and popular dive locations. But where do people go? You know, I mean, it's really, think about it. These folks are farmers. They're simple folks that live there on the land. And where do they go if they leave? And how long do they have to be gone? And they don't have the resources to do that. Nor do they have, where do they take goats and their sheep and their oxen, their cattle. Where do they take their animals? I mean, where do they go? So a lot of them just say, I just got to stay and pray and hope for the best and believe that if it just never, it depends how close they are, I guess, to the mountain. But it's just a dangerous situation right now. Very, very dangerous. As the mountain is going to blow.